What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the insane Neve Campbell rumors that are floating around yet again, obviously popularized yesterday. Now, I don't want to really talk about who's saying these things. I'm leaving names out of it because I'm not even going to go so much into what the rumor is. We'll briefly touch upon it, and I do mean briefly, but the general idea is she coming back or is she not? Do we trust people? And who should we trust to be the ones to say this stuff out loud? So follow me through, because obviously we have to go through quite different things. So what seems to be happening is, again, a rumor of her coming back for two different things, and then the amount of time she would come back for these things, one of them being an end movie cameo. And again, multiple people are saying this, and what's odd is one person says it, then another person says, well, this person is like an evil spirit, just all in and of itself, but we think the same thing too. We heard the same thing as well. So it's like, don't trust the first person because we don't want to associate them by name, and actually many people don't want to associate with that person. But the fact is, it's like, well, you're hearing the exact same thing, so is that person right or are they wrong? And again, I'm not through, because there's some bad and kind of scary-ish stuff with some of these people spreading these rumors. So I don't want to get into names. I don't want to give anybody kind of credit or notoriety. We don't want to make a Jill out of this situation, right? So again, basically the idea is she's coming back, okay? And that's been, they had worked on a contract behind the scenes, and they're holding on to it. They're not going to announce it. That's the general idea. Now, the thing is, do we believe that general idea? To me, the answer is no. Now, I want her back. I mean, we've said that 1,000 times. I'm firmly in that square. I've even said some controversial stuff that other people don't necessarily agree with, or I've even looked at talking points that other people have said and say, no, that stuff doesn't fly by, I guess, with me. The idea that, oh, well, Sydney was so well ridden off and she can ride off into the sunset with 5. Well, you can say that all you want, but, like, they wrote her into 6. So it's not actually, so the people online that are saying, like, well, you know, she got her great ending. Well, but like, so then you're siding with Radio Silence in that case. But do you know that Radio Silence wrote her into 6, meaning that they didn't think 5 was the ending? So you think 5 was so good of an ending for her, but that wasn't the ending for. And that's controversial, because that's going against a lot of people that are saying that. So I get that, and I'm not like saying that those people are stupid and I'm so much smarter. No, I'm saying I just don't agree with that. That's just my opinion. That's something to throw out there. These are all just my views, my thoughts on the thing. I want her back. I think the movie would be greatly helped by her in it, whether it's a cameo or whether it's like full scenes or whatever. I think she can help. And on the inverse, or on the opposite side, I think her not being in this movie. Her not being in it maybe won't hurt the movie whatsoever. I've actually said that, right? It may not, in terms of the quality of the film, it may not actually influence it at all. Same thing, I guess, you could argue, if she's in the movie. It may not make the movie any better, any worse. It may stay right in the middle. But in terms of people's perception of the movie, that is what has changed, right? The drama online, because she turned them down, because she was insulted, that's the bigger deal. So that brings me to why I really don't take the rumors that happened yesterday from whoever you want to say, is talking about it. It's why I really don't take those rumors all that seriously, is that this is not a situation where you hold on to it, right? So the idea that maybe you would hold on to it like a No Way Home thing with like a Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, it's not even remotely the same thing for me, because you made a huge... Andrew Garfield simply said, like, no, I'm not in the movie. I'm not in the movie. I'm not lying to you. I'm not in the movie. He never said, oh, they really hurt me when they offered me substantially less than I wanted, or like, I feel I'm worth a lot more. He didn't bash in that case, Sony. He didn't bash the distributor, the maker of the film, okay? That's what, like it or hate it, I actually think that was a good thing of her to do. I think that's awesome for her to kind of stand up for herself. I think she kind of deserves to be able to do that. And so I respect that. So I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but like, Andrew Garfield didn't do that, right? So I guess where I come from is, if you did get her back, okay, yes, as much of a huge thing as it would be to walk into the movie with if they could keep it a secret, which I really don't think they would, but if they could keep it a secret and you walk into the movie on March 31st next year and she's in it for one scene, for two scenes, that would be gigantic, and people would flip in a good way. It would be an incredible thing. A couple issues. I don't think they could ever hold that. I don't think they could ever hide that, I guess, for that long. I think somebody would spot her on set, or somebody would slip up, or maybe it would even be in a trailer, or, you know, whatever. There would be hints leading into, like, on the red carpet or whatever. Like, there would be hints that she would be in it. Like, I just don't think they could keep that hidden. And the other thing is, you've already done, not really, well, you meaning actually Neve Campbell in this case. Neve Campbell has already done the damage. So if you actually have worked it out, you should probably come out and say, hey, we're all good. See, that's the thing to me. If I was Paramount, I would say everybody hates us. We look like horrible people. Like, we shortchanged this woman, which that automatically is a bad thing, right? And, you know, she was worth it. And whatever actually happened, whatever. I mean, maybe they offered her $20 less than what she wanted. Maybe they offered her a couple million less than what she wanted. Like, whatever the case may be, you know, they look really bad. Most likely, rightfully so. They are, in my opinion, they're most likely in the blame for this entire situation. So they're most likely in the blame, but they know they look bad. If you actually got this thing to work behind the scenes, where it's like, yes, we got her. We've rebuilt the bridge. It was burnt down, but we had some construction workers come. They fixed it, and she's gonna be in at least a cameo. She's gonna film towards the end. We're gonna really try to hide her, you know, so nobody kind of sees her. But we will still make the announcement. We're good. We're good. I guess you technically don't even have to say she's in Scream 6. Maybe that's how they can get away with it. But if they but see, I don't really know why you would do that then. So they come out and say, hey, we had a meeting with her, and, like, we're all good, water under the bridge. That's it. So that's why you had your meeting, was to apologize. You'd think the meeting would be to apologize and then get her in the movie, or promise her 7 with, like, a raise, or, you know, something like, tangible, basically, right? You'd think that was the reason. So I wouldn't really even buy it if Paramount came out and said, yeah, we're all good. It's like, well, that's it? That's your statement? Because then you're just inclined to say, I don't believe you. Really, it would almost need to be Neve coming from her again, saying, hey, we met, we talked, we're good. And maybe she says, you know, I'm not in Scream 6, I'm coming back in Scream 6, you know, whatever. There has to be something. So for me, I don't really believe this stuff, simply because this is not a situation where you hold on to it and say, oh, we're going to get people good. And that's the same thing. You know, people had said that when this came out. When Neve had announced, like, we're not doing this, I like, basically, I feel insulted at this offer, all this stuff, and people, and again, like, not saying for sure it was going to happen, but some people were saying, like, is this a trick? Is this an Andrew Garfield thing where they're doing it on purpose? I mean, that would be the stupidest idea humanly possible to make, because it was so real then. If it really was fake, it was so real, and you hurt everybody's reputation in the midst. Actually, like, Neve Campbell got hurt by it too, because some people do not take her side. So she got hurt by it. Paramount got really hurt by it. Scream got hurt, like the property Scream got hurt by it. The production of Scream 6 got hurt by it. You do all of that. You severely damage multiple things, all for, like, a prank that you're going to make up with in another year. I just don't. That is a bad idea. That's a real stupid idea. So I'm not saying maybe they didn't do that. Maybe they did, but it's just not something that I think anybody should ever do. And again, that's why you don't hold on to this, because, like, you need to fix that. That's still out there. Now, yes, time will kill it. You know, people move on, people get distracted by other things, so people go to something else, but it's still always going to be around. So if you have a fix for it, you fix it. You don't, it's not like you have a fix for it and you say, well, we have, like, all the materials to fix this situation. We'll wait another year, because nothing bad could possibly happen to us within the next year. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it. So I want her back. I hope she's back. I think getting her back is just a cameo. At this point, like, whether or not she was going to be in the movie for an extended period of time, which I don't know. Obviously, there's the different ways of interpreting what she meant by, like, Sydney will have a bigger role. I still take it as she was going to be in it an okay amount. That's how I take it. So if that was the case, then obviously that's all been shaved off. I still think you can come back. I mean, the film is still going for another month and a half. Get her back. 3-4 days. The rumor had it, right? The other side of the rumor mill is that's what she was going to do anyway. Have her come back a few days, do the cameo, leave. I still, until filming's done, I still think that's possible, because you still have time. You have until the last, so let's say, week of filming. And then if she's not there by then obviously it's not going to happen. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to support me or follow me anywhere else, all my social media and our Patreon and YouTube memberships are all in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.